Okay guys, how's it going? I want to change the color, or lack thereof, of the fluid in my water loop. So, since the fluid itself is newer, I shouldn't really have to worry about going ahead and dumping it, flushing it, blah blah blah. I just did that recently to get the blue out of it. I am going with red. That is not as dark as the color I want it to end up as. That is just that amount of fluid with 3 drops in it. I am going to go for more like a blood red vein look. So first thing we're going to do is get in here. We're going to loosen this screw and the screw on top. And I'm going to do that gently and nicely. There's no need to beat on it or reef on it. If it is a little tight, just go gentle. Depending on who installed it, you may have to really fight with it. If you're one of those guys that likes to reef down on screws, you're probably not that big a fan of building computers. Okay, it is off. Look at that crappy thermal paste application down there. Anyways, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get these bubbles, bloop, 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 to go where I want them to go, which is right there. Now I am going to take this little bucket, and I'm going to put it right here, in there, somewhere where I can open this without going, ugh, thermal poop. Anyways, I'm going to open this if I'm strong enough. I'm not, for some reason. Pause it. Yeah. Okay guys, so I have the cap off of the reservoir. I have the reservoir attached to this adapter, which is attached to a separate power supply so that there's no power going to anything else. That way if I accidentally leak some fluid, I can just let it dry and go about my business. I have it running, so slowly I'm going to go drip, drip, drip until it changes to the color I prefer it to be. So let us begin. You'll notice it'll slowly start changing to the red. It'll gradually change, it'll get darker and darker. It'll fill the loop with a blood red color. I am going to go ahead and add the whole bottle because YOLO swag. Why not? We'll give it that nice red we're looking for. And I'm going to go ahead and let that run for a minute. Push any bubbles and blah blah blah. I'm also going to top off the reservoir with my spare fluid, but I don't think I'll show you that because it might end up being messy and awkward to film. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here and I will show you guys in a moment. Make sure you clean your old thermal compound off with lint-free cloth and isopropyl alcohol. The higher the percentage, the better. Wah! Okay. Focus on me. I use this stuff. That's what I use. If you don't, that's okay. But this is what I prefer. Yes, it's because everybody uses it. That's why. That's okay. Not a big deal. So if you've never put thermal poop on a processor before, it's very simple. If you've ever seen a grain of rice, you'll know exactly what I mean by a grain of rice. That is all you need. That is all I've ever used for this i7 4790K processor. Your next step is going to be to squish it with your cooler. So, I will take it and I will squish it. Try to get it on straight your first shot. I did not do that, but that's okay. Not the biggest deal in the world, because it'll squish out evenly once you apply pressure with the screws, going back and forth in a tightening motion. Just like anything else, you don't want to break with your screwdriver. Gently, slowly apply pressure. Until you feel it resist enough to feel safe, you just keep going. That side's tight, this side's getting there, and got there. That's about it, guys. Really, that's as simple as it is to change the loop color of your water cooling system. Like I said before, I have the Lepa Exllusion 240 cooler because it's a 240 rad. Basically, I love the thing. It works flawlessly. What are my specs right now? I am running at 4.83 or 4.85 gigahertz overclocked with a 1.347 voltage going to it. I never see a temperature above 72, and my idle temperatures are anywhere between 24 to 27, depending on the temperature of the room, which you can do the math, but it's usually around 65 to 68 degrees in here, Fahrenheit. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about putting a thermal paste on a processing socket, color change in your loop, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Remember to like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't learn anything, comment, and definitely subscribe for more. Have a good one. Okay, so here's my finished product, guys. Don't worry, the lights aren't actually flickering, that's just a camera thing. But here are my blood red loops. The graphics card light is actually red, I promise. For some reason it's showing up orange, which is weird. There's the bottom of the G1 Extreme Gaming. It's like super LED awesomeness. But like I said before, thank you guys for watching. I just figured it'd be a good idea to try to get a little bit of a how to change your color tutorial, and I'll get more into why I changed it to red in a later series. But like I said, subscribe for more, guys. Have a good one.